Hi everyone, welcome. It's Evelyn from Twin Flames 3344. I have a really special treat for you today because I actually have 3 reads. I'm going to do the most recent one from this morning first, and then for those of you who are interested in the other 2 reads, I did a read for the Divine Feminine last night, but they're all for today. They were all done for today after the new moon, so it's not energy from this morning. They were all done for after, 2:30 this afternoon on the East Coast, which is the new moon. The first one I'm going to present to you is from this morning at 10:10, and that's for the Divine Masculine and Feminine as one unit in my normal read, but based on mine and my twins templating for all of the twins, Divine Masculine and Feminines, and it's going to be more oriented towards my energy, my soul group. So if that resonates with you, that's good. If it doesn't resonate with you, that's okay too. So, but for the best and highest good of all those concerned across all dimensions of time, space, matter, and realities. And so it is, okay? So that's for both. Then I did just the Divine Feminine last night, and the other one is another one joint of the masculine and feminine as one unit, the union working as one, okay? So some very cool messages came up. The reading today was beautiful. Some really cool messages, and the numbers, kind of want to show this to you. The numbers that came up in the read today came up in a pyramid, which this never happens. So I'm going to want to show you that. So this is my read here. And then there's, where is it? There's the number. See the triangle right there with the 3 4s and the 2 3s and then the 2? I've never seen that happen before, which is why I drew the triangle around it. The 9 10 were just the numbers outside the actual read that I pull, the extra cards. So I wanted to show you that because it was very cool this morning. Let's see, today is September 28, 2019. I have the 12 cards out too. I dealt all 3 cards. I haven't done the clarifier, so I'll do them for you and go through all 12 signs as well. So there's 4 altogether, and I'll put the time markers in the comments so you can see if you want to skip one to the other, okay? So I woke this morning with a scam call. It was 8:52. That's 8 of the Strength card, and then 52 is the Queen of Swords. And I had the weirdest dreams waking up this morning. I don't usually remember my dreams. All of my downloads and things come from either my spontaneous connections that I have when I do my reads, or my meditations that I do. So when I remember my dreams, it's very specific, and it was so strange. I remember my daughter being in the one dream, but I don't remember any other characters. But the one was about her coming in. There was this big lion, and the lion had to be tamed because I think it came in on a leash, and it was calm. It wasn't attacking anyone, but my daughter took a hammer and killed the lion. And so I'm thinking to myself, well, number one, why would you think that one strike with a hammer was not going to make that lion turn around and eat you? And number two, like, why did you hurt the lion? The lion wasn't doing anything. So that came up. Was she just showing her strength? But was it overkill, right? The other thing was I saw 2 different accidents where you're driving on the highway and then 3 different cars were vying for position on the 3-lane highway. But then all of a sudden, as they're vying for position, like competing with each other to get ahead, all of a sudden the highway just ends and all 3 of them crash right into a wall, which they could have seen. They would have seen the wall there. Why didn't any of them stop? So all 3 just crashed right into a wall. And I just remember seeing all the debris everywhere, but I was untouchable. Like, none of the debris I knew wasn't going to hurt me. There was no fear for me at all. So I saw 2 different crashes, and Spirit's connecting with me right now. I saw 2 different crashes with all the debris. But I knew that the debris wouldn't get to me. So know that you are protected. All right? It's about us realizing that we're letting go of our fear, even in our dream state, which is a good sign. So I cut the Syrian Starseed deck, which is the main deck here, at 9:41 to 42 this morning. 41 and 2 are the Ace of Cups and the 2 of Cups. And then at 9:53, when I was dealing the Tarot Sexual Magic, I started sweating a lot. So there's definitely some masculine energy coming through there. That happens to me all the time. Like, as soon as my son calls me, I know he's calling because I start breaking out in a sweat. And then when I was done the gilded tarot, that was at 10 o'clock right on the dot, and that was the Two of Cups on top. And in that deck, it's a major psychic connection of two people. So the read for the masculine and the feminine here, so it's the feminine and the masculine is one unit. So when we see how they see themselves, it's how the divine masculine and feminine both see themselves together. This was done at 10:10, so we have the wheel and the wheel. So really good fortune, a turn for the better here. There were no majors that came up in this read. There were a couple majors that came up in the before and after cards that I pulled. So before the read was the Ascension card, which is like the world, and after the read was the Star and the Wheel, which are really positive energies. For the union, the masculine and the feminine, because you guys all are in union, because you are connected, there is 5 pentacles, 3 swords, 2 cups, and 1 wand. So 5 pentacles, very much about money and practical day-to-day living today. 3 swords, so very much in your head today, and then the 2 cups and 1 wand. So very little physical activity. There were a lot of court cards here too. We had the Queen of Pentacles, the Knight of Pentacles, the King of Swords, the Knight of Swords. So you see them matching there. We had a Queen of Pentacles and Knight of Pentacles. So that could be like the feminine and a child, and the King of Swords and a Knight of Swords. So them and a child, but then the King of Cups also came up. And before the read was the Page of Pentacles. So we had a Queen, a Knight, and a Page of Pentacles, the Knight and the King of Swords, and then the King of Cups alone. And that was actually the last card of the read. The code line was all about perseverance, like not giving up. And as I drew the arrow pointing to perseverance, the arrow looked exactly like an angelfish. So that's coming up, and of course that reminded me of Jesus. And the code line here about perseverance, the numbers that came up were very significant to my business, the 3344, because the code line came up 4433, which adds up to 14, which is the angels, and we just got angelfish. And also in a lesser sense on the code line, we got 443, which is 11, or justice. So justice and the temperance card are the angels having patience. And justice is just truth and balance. It's all about truth, balance, and patience, and having faith. So regarding perseverance, the code line, the other numbers were 444, so triple fours came up right away in the read today, as well as double threes. Number 2 is the High Priestess, 23, the King of Wands, 34, the 8 of Wands, that passionate energy, the arrows of love back and forth, the 24 of the Queen of Wands, 910, begin again, and then 5321 came up, and you notice that's 54321, except the 4 is missing, and triple fours came up, so 4 was very important today. 53 is the Catapult, that's also the Knight of Swords rushing in, and 21 is the World, in completion with news or an announcement. So the message here definitely was around the numbers 4 and the heart space and the 3s, because 3 is the Empress, 4 is the Emperor. To see the show of power of the 44, which is 8. The 8 is the dance of the masculine and feminine within each person. But the 4-4 also, when you stack them together, is the H, which is also an 8. It was saying for both the masculine and feminine to take the high road of the divine feminine energy, of heart, of emotion, of chalices, okay, the cups, which is more along the lines of the Empress. To see the show of power, but also see is referencing as the ocean, the emotions, the show of power of your emotions, the Emperor and the Emperor, and then the Empress of heart. To take the high road as the divine feminine, so as opposed to road, the high road, the feminine is the path, going off path. So there was definitely some plays here that came up that were really cool that also went back to my name, the name of my business, Twin Flames 3344. So I want to go through this process so you see it. It was very cool. So between the Emperor and the Empress coming up was that the Emperor, so the Emperor roars, and the Empress presses. But she also, with the Empress was coming up empath, right? She empathes. She impresses, and she empathes. So he was about the roar, right? So that's about ego, the 3D. The H or the 4s stacked together like chairs, is the Emperor. Whereas the 8, which is the same, the H and the 8 are one and the same, but the form of the 8, the flowing circles, is the 2 3s coming together as opposed to the 2 4s stacked on top of each other. The 3s back to back are the 8, and that's the Empress energy. So the H is the Emperor, the 4s stacked. The 8 is 2 3s coming together, the Empress, the higher dimensions. So the Emperor being the 3D gate, which I always tell you, and the Empress is the 5D gate holder. It's like the square peg in the round hole, only here Peg was coming up as Al and Peg Bundy. That Peg may be square or odd, and then Al's round hole, right, his mouth. So it's really funny. Sometimes they just come up with little funny associations to give us some humor. So the masculine is more structured, the feminine more flow. He just needs to soften those outer 90-degree angles of the square to bring them inward to the center, the heart, the 0 point, the pi, the circle, right? Because the circle has 90 degrees in the center angle, but not around the perimeter. It's a circle. So that has to do with the third eye. And so the name of my business is 3344. And for those of you who are curious about my name, Twin Flames 3344, the number's definitely associated with me and my twin. But you notice that 33 and 44 equals 6 and 8, which is 68, the Page of Pentacles, and that equals 14, which is the Temperance, or the angels. So twin flames in numerology, the vowels are the soul number, the consonants the outer personality number. So for twin flames, for anyone, the soul number is 15 of the devil, and the outer personality number is the 26 of the Page of Wands, the inspiration that comes from the dark side. It's about the twin flames because they're transmuters of the dark energy to inspiration of the Page of Wands, and Spirit's connecting with me. So twin flames equals 15 over 26, the soul and the outer personality number, and those together added equals the destiny number, which is 41, the Ace of Cups, new love, self-love, spiritual love. Then you reflect the 41, which is 14, because that's my 3344s, the 68, which is 14, and they add up to different things. So they add up, if you add up the 2 4s and 2 1s, you get the reflection, and then you get 28, the twin flames again. Or you literally add them, and they become 55, which is the Ace of Swords, the whole truth. So they're all ones, 28, 82, 55, and then 19 and 46 also come up by the 41 plus 14 reduced to the 5. So 41 plus 5 equals 46, which is the 6 of Cups in the garden, the 2 children, the innocent inner children of the twins. And then if you do it the other way, the 14 plus 5, the 41 reduced, is 19, which is the sun, the energy that feeds us all. So it's really cool how my name came up, and I didn't plan all of those numbers, the twin flames and the 3344, and I knew how they added up to the 41, which is the Ace of Cups, and the 55 as well. And I like those numbers for sure. But all the other references I was just getting now. So the 15 plus 6, which is the reduced number of 15 is the soul number of twin flames, plus the 6 of the 3-3 equals 21, which is the world. And then the 26 of the outer personality, the Page of Wands, plus the 8 of the 4-4 equals 34, the 8 of Wands, the arrows of love, but it's also the expressing of feelings back and forth, as well as the energetic exchange back and forth. The expressing so literally my title of my business is expressing feelings around the world. And the 55 of the truth, the whole truth and nothing but the truth. So help us source energy, right? Love. So 10 is destined to the sun, which is 19, exposure of the 28 and the twin flames, and 46, their inner children, to 55, the truth, the whole truth and nothing but the truth, connected to our higher self, God, source, love. So that was very cool. So again, this is all coming back to the 3344 of the H of the 4s stacked on top of each other, and the 8, which is the 3s back to back. the masculine and the feminine, the 3D and the 5D gatekeepers, and how they come together in this. So obviously in the 3D, an H wouldn't work with the 8 because it's fitting that square peg into a round hole. But when you're in the 5D, they fit perfectly because they're one and the same. So we start out with the Divine Masculine's heart, warm and open, okay? So this is the Four of Pentacles for me in this deck. As you can see, it's the Bat Cave, and that's definitely his heart. Here is the Page of Pentacles, the Nine of Pentacles, and then this is the Ascension card here. So the Divine Masculine's heart with the Page of Pentacles reversed, the Nine of Pentacles upright, that sovereign energy, and then Ascension reversed, so the world upside down or another world. Feeling into the masculine sitting in his bat cave, basically feeling into his sovereign, and he learning ascension process. He's seeing them as together doing this, or contemplating this, or them and two kids, the two kids and the Divine Feminine as the world in hand, the Ascension card, and the Divine Masculine in the bat cave, warm and contemplative. And the number 14 comes up again here, which is the Temperance card, or the angel, having patience, taking one step at a time, and going off road to off path. And it literally shows the angel walking onto a path as opposed to the road. A bit disorienting to the Page of Pentacles reversed, who may be in need of help, money, or an opportunity to learn, defenseless to rejection or defenseless to the energies, and vulnerable and sensitive right now. The Empress is sharing and surrenders, him noticing this, and he's noticing that she's willing to give up some, as opposed to like, this is yours and this is mine, but actually sharing. And this was at 1041 to 42. So again, which is when the Syrian Starseed deck was cut and dealt, the Ace of Cups and the Two of Cups, the new love and the coming together in this strong connection. So as I turn the page, it's now 1043, the Destiny of the Wheel, and then the 43 of the Three of Cups. And this read is very cool in another way, because there's two areas of the Three of Cups reversed and the Three of Pentacles upright in the underlying energy, and then it comes out in the read. The Three of Cups reversed is the challenge, and right next to it is the Three of Pentacles upright as the near future position. We also have the Death card and the Hermit card facing each other. The Dark Knight, right? The Batman, the Dark Knight, and the Hermit with the light on two timelines right underneath each other, both the same, in the same exact positions. So I'll show you that as well. So the Divine Feminine inner child may be arranging flowers in the 5D, as the Divine Masculine adult creates work, a monumental effort in 3D, knowing and justice, divorce settlement, or Libra served. The King of Wands reversed is exhausted and ready to share, looking in on what it's like to have an equitable relationship, a true love partnership. Or female judge is hard on the King of Wands reversed, but fair, but he may be mad or unhappy to give away half of everything. Little lizard on platform may have to fall off, corset on left leg to hold his money clip. Someone may be untrustworthy at work. Or someone's reptile or lizard keeps getting out and going to get stepped on if not careful, or running all over the ceiling, causing a ruckus, possibly upstairs. All settled up, Judge or Libra stepping down from a platform in bare feet, after exhausting the King of Wands reversed or pissing him off. The Divine Masculine is warm and giving heart, but dumped on, pushed to their emotional limits after battle or fight, competition over, shady business connected to the family tree, the Divine Masculine willing to start his own smaller tree, adamantly in his truth, with a smile on his face. If they don't like it, they can walk away. Grounding on the battlefield, roots growing down, Flash Mob and West Side Story, and Three Blind Mice, all at the same time. Post-war battle of Normandy and War of the Roses, what to do with the 3 cups left, and noise on the ceiling of kids' parties or practicing routines. Kids down to the basement, and the blind need to open their own eyes. His tree is growing fast. He's got truth on his side. New love comes up, and beneath that was heart-to-heart conversations. A big love at work, hidden from view, detoxing devil and spreading the news, leaning on the truth. Choppy waters, ahead missing from view, truth aside, Excalibur's been used. Sad memories come up for review, looking at old pictures to transmute and let go. The past returns to haunt or renew. Fresh new outlook, birds of another dimension, embrace ascension. Evergreen but never seen, and this is a line from my song Christos Sophia. Evergreen but never seen, the divine feminine is highlighted in the fall. Her heart she shared too much, it almost killed her. Thank God for calm waters nearby to soothe her, and aligning chakra points with the truth. If he wants an ass, let him go buy a mannequin or a dummy. If he doesn't see her face, her heart, he doesn't see himself. When he learns to love himself, he will love you too, and move to peace will ensue. If the shoe fits, and this was at 11:11, wear it. The glass slipper, ladies, the glass ceiling, a match set, gifts, God willing. The whole sword isn't important, just more blade to cut. Only what's important is getting to the point of the heart. Why are you hurt? Because you love them and they love you, and that's at 11:13. Let go of pride and be happy inside. Physical activity came up as the underlying energy, and beneath that was spirituality, which is 77, physical activity 67. So that is the Knight of Pentacles and the Sovereign, which is what energies came up here for sure. The Three of Pentacles upright and that Three of Cups reversed, like I told you before. No matter how you look at this, the third party is involved. No joy, no social life, no coming together, or too much partying, no longer exciting, a burden, addiction, overindulgences, gossip, or home life in chaos, kids all over the place out of control, at work coming together peacefully, happy, got their wish, and all is well. Cheers. Or a drop-down drunk celebration at work, honoring, or a work party, completed a project or retirement or leaving the job for greener pastures. Perhaps opening a bar or chalet or building a wood-exposed home. Some kind of completion to go off on your own and find yourself, along with that deep telepathic connection. A slug in the grass, letting everything go, a mess left to clean up, to have his way, maybe cook a feast, and cheers to the exposed logs after a tax audit, perhaps. 3 cups left standing, the one in your hand, and the twin cups connecting and never ending, and that was at 11:21. Justice and the world, the completion. And then my Christos Sophia's line, her heart expands as he returns her love. And worlds were built, and skies and dove, and shames and guilt, and peace and love, and all the things a beautiful world should be. Her portal of love created heavens above. All right, so this is coming from the masculine. And this was at 11:22 and 23, which is justice, the fool, and then going into the King of Wands. He was the only king reversed, by the way, today. 11:24, which is justice, and then the Queen of Wands, two hearts that beat as one, our love has just begun. Okay? The major connection to the Divine Masculine's heart, the Batcave, sharing new love, adamant in their truth, as past returns to refresh the page. Physical activity, 67, is the Knight of Pentacles with a proposal of some sort, consort. And then we go into recently. And by the way, two hearts that beat as one, our love has just begun, is from, it's not called First Love. What's it called? Is it called First Love? Well, anyway, you guys know the movie with Brooke Shields. I'm just blanking out. I think it's First Love. Something like that. I'm sorry. I'm trying to think of it. I don't think that's the right title, but anyway. So the King of Swords upright in the recent past, lover with the Queen of Swords reversed, and the lovers were upright here. The King of Swords upright with lover, the Queen of Swords reversed, blocked or broken, or on the warpath stuck in emotions. World incomplete, avoiding disaster, or in the aftermath of sudden events or epiphanies. In need of peace, the sealed divine feminine in another world, after epiphanies and sudden purges, adamant in her truth of fear of getting hurt again. The King of Swords in his truth now, heart space open and connecting. The foundation is the Knight of Pentacles, proposing to hold on, save and ground, walking away and within to synchronicities, the unknown, radiating, and heaven in their eyes, him offering dreams now, the dream weaver. The Divine Masculine now open and sharing, but the Divine Feminine not sure she can trust new love. What are his issues, his addictions, codependencies, and will he fall back into his old ways? And that was at 11:39, the Justice and the Knight of Cups. By the way, I did the signs just for this read. Cancer was reversed, Aries reversed, and Aquarius were all reversed. Leo was upright and reversed, as well as Scorpio, Capricorn, Sag, and then the ones that were just upright were Libra, Virgo, Pisces, Gemini, and Taurus. And the Two of Cups and the Lovers were both upright here. The Emperor was reversed, but the Empress was upright today. So 11:39 as we turn the page, the Knight of Cups, and the central energy being the Queen of Pentacles reversed, ungrounded and losing income. The Queen of Cups, it's coming up as her, the Queen of Cups, the loving, she's got two different personas, right? Her work and her loving self at home. The Queen of Cups at home in union, loving, kind, and nurturing, intuitive, grieving loss and shame, as the Knight of Pentacles meets the Knight of Swords to offer help, proposal, or a truce, or money for the truth, or information about lies, split, divide, and BS, addiction to speed or chaos, or detoxing, but patient. The split of the angel and the devil announced as a messenger of truth rushes in with news to the Knight of Pentacles, loyal servant, with practical and grounded help, a friend. Rejection, vulnerability, crybaby wounds, tripped up to drop facade and break patterns, with the Queen of Pentacles reversed, insisting on being seen and not covered up. Be seen as the new passion and growth that she is. Third-party release from prison, holding back money, time, and energy. New life from the King of Wands reversed, who hasn't been expressing, frustrated and delaying. The challenge being the Three of Cups reversed, that the one big party is over, the fat lady sung. Angel and devil reversed, cut through the crap, and two hearts as one amidst no peace. Okay, so the angel is upright, but the devil's reversed, which is good. And the magician embodiment, the DNA strand, his wand. Delays and holding back feelings, no physical exchange, pretending to be blind. The Queen of Wands, innocence, professing innocence. So she can hang out some more and see new perspectives and not awaken. The Knight of Wands reverse, holding back passion, falling on face from grace or just lacking faith, depressed without peace due to lying, cheating, stealing, shame, and guilt going on. And then gypsies, tramps, and thieves came up here. And in the other read for this, definitely some hokey business was going on. So if you want the details on that, that definitely comes up in the other read. During the day, all is on the up and up. But at night, they come around and lay their money down. And that's words from gypsies, tramps, and thieves from Cher. Gold bars in the walls, possibly a casino at home, or just gambling addiction, or addiction to the fast life and all that is money or green. Or just stole the Divine Feminine's heart and never looked back, but connection never left him with no peace of mind. The King of Swords in the truth about the Divine Feminine always being there, no surprise, poor judgment, bad decisions, no decisions, and yet the Divine Feminine still non-judgmental. Under the radar or feeling like a failure, walking away and within, to the harsh truth of player ways, or dominatrix, perhaps, or a nurse in the MASH unit, making him all better. And so when I said radar too, radar from MASH was coming up. So the Page of Wands reversed, frustrated and uninspired, in death, dark night, the 4D bridge and the muck and the murk, the total transformation, the transition through the portal to to greet the hermit with light on the other side, who's reaping rewards and waiting for his arrival. Now crowning is the surrender, the dropping of burdens, the confessions, the letting go of backbreaking work, recovering from injuries and finances, to new love, big love, seeing the rainbow bridge from the Holy Grail to the gold coin, and powerless to the psychic connection. And that was 1201, letting go, and then 1203 to the psychic connection. So the hangman with the magician, and then the hangman with the empress. The King of Pentacles, depressed and uninspired, frustrated, but not showing it as the King of Pentacles upright, right? He's not flinching and showing his pain. And here, that's the Hanging Man and the Empress. The Magician, unhappy, not satisfied, could be jealous and sincere and refusing to give or receive love, stressed, suffering, and crying at night, wanting to die, dark night transformation, breaking patterns, and need to deliberate at the Y in the road, moving onto the path as opposed to the road. Not expressing feelings or exchanging energy, not even fighting, but feeling a failure and refusing to put it out there about the connection. Incomplete and world turned around, the Divine Feminine sealed in another world, avoiding 5D meditation, or after sudden events or epiphanies, and still no closure, destined to connect in the 5D and go back and start over. The Divine Masculine dropping burdens and confessing, in need of help, money, or an opportunity to learn, or needs help with a child with learning disabilities, or that's just him, maybe the poor student. And then the number 13 comes up here, which is that complete transformation again. Feeling frustration without options in the wake of the harsh truth. Soon, for the masculine and feminine, is the Three of Crystals. It's also called Trinity in this deck, destined to spread the world, or the word, of the divine co-creation, done aligning with desires. The Queen of Pentacles reversed, now sucked into the negative past, using up her high vibration energy. Not expressing feelings or sharing her energy in 5D, the Queen of Cups is meditating now to detox and clear blocks around the Divine Masculine, with new growth and passion offered from exposure and child or childlike energy, fun, being happy, reaping rewards. But money is dwindling and ego is very hurt, needing strength and courage to persevere. Or Leo out of control in dysfunctional family, or someone passed recently, or if someone's very ill in the family. The Divine Masculine and Divine Feminine see themselves as the Four of Orbs or swords, with connection to their higher self, which is this one and the same. The worst is over in bliss. Holding back passions or falling short on energy reserves or healing. Falling in the fall. Sovereign, High Priestess, and King of Cups, justice for all. 2 down, 3 up. The King of Cups, Libra, Judge sharing his cups. Aries, Pisces, Libra, Knight of Wands reversed, Aries, Fool reversed. The Sovereign is the Pisces, High Priestess, and the King of Cups is coming up as the Libra, Judge. Let go of control issues, finances and career, reconciliation, and make an effort. Okay. And that's definitely clearing your energy, and then to take the steps you're guided to take is to make the effort. So around the twins, or how they are seen, is the Four of Wands. The home, the union, the co-creating and coming together at the new moon, which is today at 2:26 East Coast time. Taking back what belongs to him, the Divine Masculine, the King of Swords. Clear blocks of the Knight of Swords, the Messenger of Truth, the Knight in Shining Armor, of it being harsh, with happy family in an ending of an emotional cycle, without option or already chose their path. So the feminine thinking negatively about the masculine, staying with the karmic, or the masculine doing the same and, negative self-talk about what's actually going on. The Emperor reversed, out of control, ego death, or a father who actually passed already. That news won't go your way. So that negative self-talk that news won't go your way, or that the messenger of truth has to be harsh, spreading the word of a new passionate exposure, reaping rewards, and the Leo out of control, or their ego, got the short end of the payout, or lost the money, family, or legacy, or kids inspiring you both to create a new destiny together. And that's at 12:30. And that's the Hangman and the Union, right on the Union card. So perseverance comes up, but even more so for both is communication, follow your dreams, adventure, and above all, love. The King of Pentacles, superhero, with his world upside down. The King of Cups with eyes wide open, spying on lovers as the dark night meets hermit with light, in secret to reap rewards of another world. The King of Cups under radar, Scorpio and Virgo on two timelines shift together. Devil failed to keep them apart, or from shifting up in vibration and dimension. The dark night is still dealing with a bit, but the hermit with light is rested and energized and able to offer energy and conversation about their destiny and the Sphinx, oranges, and orange groves. Boxes in their separate boxers, so it could be boxes as well, but boxers, or for the twins, it's boxes. When you're boxed in, you're not thinking outside the box. Boxes in their separate corners, only new love between them. The Hierophant male at the Y in the road, deliberating loss of hope, or an Aquarius who's chronically depressed, dropping burdens and heavy work, confessing to destiny and fate. So the masculine may finally be may have done enough research to confirm that there is such a thing as destiny and fate. The Divine Masculine's heart proposes meditation at home and in union with the King of Swords and Queen of Pentacles reversed, challenged by the third party situation, and third party at work, messenger of truth, the 5D messages, and surrendering to unconditional love, along with a little depression, injured from heavy burdens and all, but destined. The Divine Masculine's heart, the King of Swords, and the psychic connection, he proposes to the Queen of Pentacles reversed to surrender, challenged by third-party gossip or overindulgences around them. Rest in meditation to co-create at work, home and union. The knight in shining armor is the King of Cups, sometimes depressed, with a need to be more clear with their decisions and spirituality, or at least thinking more outside the box. So it may have a little depression and burden, but destined to be here, and the masculine now realizing that. So really cool read. All right, so, and I will show you the cards, and then we're going to go back to the first one, which is the Divine Feminine, and then the second one, again, is a combined one. All right, the Divine Feminine one's pretty short, so this is the only one I'll be showing you the cards for, so I'm going to show you them now since I just read it for you. We have the Four of Crystals. I will show you the basic read for the other two. I took a picture of my phone so you could see them. So the underlying energy there, the recent past, is the Master of Orbs or Swords. Then the underlying energy, or the foundation here, is the Knight of Pentacles, who's proposing there. He's got like crystals in his hands, and then the clarifying cards. The center read is the Sage of Crystals, or the Queen of Pentacles, challenged by that Three of Cups reversed. The reversed energy definitely coming up here. The underlying energy, you see the Two of Cups there with the psychic connection, and then the surrender there in the head and heart of both the masculine and feminine. As we scroll across here, we come to the Three of Crystals, which is upright. And you see the Three of Cups and the Three of Crystals. They match here in the underlying energy. See the Three of Cups reversed and the Three of Crystals upright. Okay, so I wanted to show you that. And then the masculine and feminine both see themselves as that Four of Orbs, or Four of Swords. They're resting, connecting in 5D. And the Romance Angel cards there. Around them, the Union, the Four of Flames, or Four of Wands. They need to clear blocks about the messages of truth, announcements, always fearing the worst. And then we come out with the King of Cups, which is upright, unconditional love. The Star is reversed, so there is some depression here. And then the Ten of Wands is reversed, so that means all the burdens have been dumped. And then we come up on top there with the Destiny upright. Really cool that we're now with the new moon going forward again. Okay, so this is this one, and I want you to see this too. Look at the Death card and the Hermit card. Literally exact same positions right next to each other. Like that never happens. It's really cool. Then we have the underlying energies there for the 12 read, the 12 signs read up top, and then Aries starts to the left with that first card going across down to Pisces all the way to the right. And I will go over all of them specifically with the summary cards down there below. All right, so now let me show you the other read before I forget to do that. I won't turn over to the 12 cards quite yet. All right, so where are you, phone? Okay, so this one is This is the first one. So this is the feminine read that I'll be doing. So at least you have the main cards. I don't know why it doesn't focus in, but you can see the cards. They're big. Come on, focus. I don't know why it doesn't do that. All right, so the second read of combined masculine and feminine is this one, okay? So you have the Ace of Cups and the Three of Cups down there below, and that ends on the Wounded Warrior with the Lovers up top. These three cards up here is the King of Cups, the Lovers, and then the Four of Cups, which is like looking, you know, wishing on a star, okay? Something else I wanted to show you. Oh, I got that. Speaking of wishing on a star, I'd taken this picture outside my kitchen window. It was just like a car coming in the driveway in the street behind my house, but it was like the, it was really cool. It was like the Star of Bethlehem. It was coming up different ways with these crosses from the screen in the window, but it was really cool. But look at that, it has like a double, there's like a double flare right there in the middle. But it's very cool. All right. So the first one, this is a quick one. And again, these are both done for today after the new moon. This was done at 10:10 last night for the Divine Feminines. The major arcana were Indigo, which is like the Magician, Hanging Man, the Hangman, Tower, Abundance, which is the Empress, and then before the read was Justice, Divine Justice, and then after the read, Karma. And again, the same read as what we have in front of us, with all the same cards. One cup, 2 pentacles, 2 wands, 2 swords, so very well distributed, but only 1 cup as opposed to 2 of everything else. The Knight of Cups was in the Divine Feminine read, and then before that read was the King of Cups. There were double 1s and double 5s in that read, and 2 was also significant. The message here in the code line for the feminine was all around happy ending, compassion, and moderation. And there was coming up about dark mother or false mother, good night. So there may have been a mother who passed away or left a business or is saying a goodbye, but is saying basically false mother or dark mother, good night. Also, somebody might be flipping off an indigo energy of the Magician, because it can be definitely the masculine, referencing the masculine, like, you know, flipping off whatever's not working or people who have been jerks in his life, to the new moon with the Divine Feminine. So it's like an after-death test. So after learning to let go of the false or dark mother, which doesn't have to be the mother, it can be the partner, it can be a sister, an aunt, whatever it is, or even a grandmother. But letting go of that dark mother templating, and then at the new moon going towards the Divine Feminine. That's the after-death test. Also getting that the masculine was digging himself out of a hole financially to the new moon to be with the Divine Feminine. Definitely a happy ending. And then I was getting, instead of to have and to hold, it was coming to half and to hold, because they're each one half of each other. So going forward with the Divine Feminine here, the Knight of Cups was upright. So that offer of love, offering love, not settling this time, justice for the King of Cups reversed, emotionally detached, or Libra drinking too much, perhaps. Healing dreams come true, the Knight of Wands passionately riding in, and the Page of Pentacles with an opportunity to be present and learn. Lovers, the King of Swords reversed, Devil or Capricorn, moving or ending a marriage or both, unstable, ending a family or emotional cycle, standing up for self and rushing in with the truth, and broken sword. Okay, so he may have had his truth and his sword, but somebody broke it. Slave driver and 2 left abandoned. Family unhappy with spy in the grass. No sound of music in digging a trench. Someone spying on the children. Hermit reverse coming out from negative self-talk. Streetcar named Desire frees him to open his heart. Red shoes, red boots. Geppetto at work on Pinocchio, the live version, with loyal friend. Let friends help you, and beneath that came up for the feminine, flirt. Present to destiny, loving self in the mirror, the Page of Wands inspired in the aftermath of coming clean to sneaky behavior. Coming clean about dirty thoughts, perhaps, and wanting to drag her out and ravish her outdoors. Green Man and Beauty One. Is that what I wrote? Yeah. Green Man and Beauty 1. New Moon deliberations of the knight in shining armor escaping the box in separation from poor judgment. And teaching and learning came up, which was number 57, the Three of Swords. And parenting as well was beneath that for the Divine Feminine. And that's 63. So some suffering having to do with parenting, whether it's your parents, parenting yourself, or parenting your children. Or just others who you need to parent in your life. Pushing the boundaries and caught in the spokes. Inner workings of crab and dogs out. Lots of stuck emotions and flooded activity. Chinese torture test. Blue eyes and blue dragonflies. Time flies as the moon, sun, and the baby sun trapped in the gears underwater, and dogs don't know what to do or how to navigate these waters when they're not clear. Crab isn't even him, it's not the lobster, waiting for tomorrow after the new moon starts. Heartbreak and separation of the Knight of Cups and the Knight of Swords, free at last, let friends help you to come clean in teaching and learning from each other. Recently, for the feminine here, was the Ace of Pentacles reversed. The messenger of truth rushing back to the past to manifest after a death or near-death experience, holding back a new life. The foundation was the Hanging Man upright. The Queen of Pentacles syncs or synchronicities are draining or feeling ill, seeing new perspectives on the feminist choices of the energy around you. The central energy was the Five of Swords, that warlike energy. The Page of Cups, message of love, causes conflict with two not seeing eye to eye. The Three of Cups reunion challenged by, and the Three of Cups is upright in this read. The Three of Cups reunion challenged by Indigo proposing an end of family which is incomplete, emotional cycle over with sealed divine feminine in another world. Suffering in a lie, split, or BS, the Knight of Pentacles proposes to complete things with him. Sharing with the Queen of Cups reversed, coming together for union, extending an olive branch to move out of instability and not expressing feelings of no options, of already having chosen their path, patiently and passionately riding back, inspired to come clean. Now is the Five of Wands, expansion or conflict, taming the beast or tempering the beast, in offering love, wealthy family, Rapunzel, recovering from being abandoned and heartbroken. And that was at 11:30. That's justice and the union, justice around the union. So judgment, announcement, and call to action to move or end a marriage, especially, and there may be some activity with the divine feminine and their children. So any masculines may actually have new opportunities now of the kids, okay? But in the masculine energy. So it's reflecting your masculine, that your masculine children may be getting new opportunities now. Getting wish of being left behind, so someone might have wanted to be left behind. Standing up for self in a bold move or travel. The Queen of Wands reversed is unstable but hardworking. Spying on lovers and not expressing passions. Stronghold in choosing path to end family. The messenger of truth, angel, is patient in sharing with the Queen of Cups reversed. The judgment amount to the divine masculine there's some kind of announcement or judgment to the divine masculine to wake up and get going. The justice and or Libra, inspired but draining and sneaky. Soon as the Four of Wands reversed, the Page of Wands inspired to move and or let go and repair with angel, patient empress, confessing and dropping the facade that now the worst is over and they are feeling bliss. And again, that can have to do with a mother and a child. I am tower, or the feminine is the I am presence. I am the tower in the aftermath of sudden events and epiphanies. The third energy, the frustrations, over yourself and pushed to your emotional limits, dumped and purged, maybe may have purged that last night, not expressing feelings, The King of Pentacles reversed shows his face to say hello and wave. Make the effort for the feminine. Give your relationship a chance. You deserve love. And this could be the one, as well as chemistry. Around the divine feminine, or how they are seen, is the Empress upright, sharing in the aftermath, hanging out for new perspectives and to rest. Under the radar, the Queen of Swords reversed, quiet and to herself. Clearing blocks of surrender and destined third party through work, or work issues and destined to leave, dropping burdens and facade where the worst is over and feeling the bliss. Magician manifesting destiny for the goose with the golden egg. Present to the King of Pentacles reversed, sharing with the Queen of Cups reversed and incomplete. Moderation, completion, and happy ending comes up, but even more so for the feminine has to do with pride and synchronicities and manifestation. The Knight of Cups coming in with difficulty expressing what he feels about the lies and the split, the divide, whatever they're going through, and the BS. Drained, coming clean about sneaking around with sealed divine feminine in another world and avoiding disaster. Reaping rewards of Taurus and or marriage and playing ball or holding back money, celebrating coming together with a wealthy family, or justice for the Page of Wands, moving to maybe a better institution or moving to peace. Coming together after the Two of Cups was reversed and disconnected, a decision was made. Starting over and not settling this time, the secret's out, passion in leaving the job, walking away and within, surrendering to happiness, justice and release from prison, with the Emperor reversed, abusing their power without options or defensive, but coming together to celebrate after. The Knight of Cups, hanging man in the aftermath of sudden events, the abundant Empress before a new start, in fear of war, challenged by indigo, manifesting a move to surrender, expanding in the split to come together to peace with dream family after breaking up, to then celebrate and be in joy. All right, so that was for the divine feminine. The King of Cups reversed was coming up as powerless. The King of Wands reversed and Queen of Cups reversed, coming clean with lovers, unaware of twin, not sleeping due to the King of Swords reversed, deception, and the Queen of Wands reversed, three-way separation. The King of Cups reversed, unaware, powerless to the twin. The King of Wands reversed, exhausted. The Queen of Cups reversed and King of Swords reversed, coming clean at the new moon about lovers. And the Queen of Wands reversed, pissed in separation. So that's coming up a little bit about the characters there. So the next read was also for 9/28 today. It was done after midnight last night at 12:34 to 35, which is the 8 of Wands and 9 of Wands, for both the masculine and feminine, based on me and my twins templating, okay? For the best and highest good of all those concerned, all the divine masculine and feminines as one unit in a union. Again, this is done just after midnight today, but also based on after the new moon today. So this is all with the new moon energies. The major arcana for this read for both was reflection, and that was the only one in the read. Before the read was karma, which is like the judgment card, and after the read, the lovers came up. 2 cups, 4 wands, 3 pentacles, 1 sword, so mostly wands, activity, working out, going out shopping, getting errands done, going to work, whatever it is, very physically active, as well as passions. The Knight of Pentacles came up, the Page of Pentacles, and after the read, the King of Cups again. So the King of Cups was at the end on both of these, which is that unconditional love. And the numbers here, we had mostly was the double ones, so the 11, the Justice here was right after midnight last night, and all around financial discipline. So 25 came up on the code line, which is the Knight of Wands, based on 3, 10, 8, and 4. 11 came up, the Justice, and then 24, 31, which is the Queen of Wands. 24 and 31 is the expansion energy, or competition, or just play. It doesn't have to be an aggressive competition, it can be a play competition. And then that's not competition, it's just joy, having fun. So the message there was around 3 students, the feminine energy in total weight or total war, with 3 students in their high vibration expressing their feelings, exchanging energy for financial discipline or how to make money. So it could be the feminine coming together with younger people, whether it's their own kids or other students, teaching each other how to start a business. Or also the Divine Feminine TV3 came up, like Trinity TV, kind of like expressing what the twins do online. We have our own TV stations. The Students of Destiny in Energy Exchange for the Four, or the Emperor, and the Financial Discipline. So it's all about, manifestation of financial discipline, but this came up for both, the masculine and the feminine. That the Empress studied as a student, or studies high vibration exchange for financial discipline. So it's all about manifestation. The other numbers that came up here were 22, the Fool, 44, which is that Four of Cups, the mastering, grounding, and integrating. The 8, 9, 10, begin again, as well as the 1, 2, 3, 4, shut the door, we're already into the new cycle. We have 12, the Hanging Man, 24, in a lesser sense, the Queen of Wands, and then 47 and 48, which is the 7 of Cups and the 8 of Cups. So heaven in their eyes, the synchronicities, and walking away and within. And then 56 were the numbers missing from the read. So that's the 2 of Wands, being in your knowing, not pretending not to know. So as we started this read, it was the 3 of Cups upright, coming together, and a train horn went off right as I started that, the 3 of Cups upright. And that was at 12:52 a.m. last night. The Hangman and the 52 of the Queen of Swords. Coming together, deliberating bad decisions to implement, disconnect, and break up. And again, this is for both the masculine and feminine. An opportunity to study the gold coin, explore, and see all angles, while the Fool opens their heart to them. And that can definitely be referencing to the Divine Masculine learning more, and the Divine Feminine opening their heart more to them. The Student of the Fool, leaping in faith. The Page of Wands, inspired by justice. The Libra, divorce, deliberations. Impatient prisoner, a nose ahead, and death of a rose, transformation portal, 4D prison, resting and meditating in 5D to detox, passionate movement, and to take a leap of faith. Chaos and crazy and needing detox. Egypt and pyramids, 3 may be involved in a proposal with a loyal friend. Chained to each other, the Knight of Wands guiding the Fool where to leap, the Devil showing him where to go. The Page of Wands helping Libra, or Page of Pentacles helping the Fool, which can be Aries, coming together at work or ceremony, or honoring openly to say their vows. Empress reversed, imbalanced or inequitable relationship with the Page of Cups reversed. Money down the drain with the Empress reversed and the Page of Cups reversed. That could also be a miscarriage or abortion. While coming together now with true love, and beneath that was calling in your soulmate. And the numbers 472 and 688 came up here. Under the radar, letting go of attachments and doing the work within being in other energies, in a prison of anxiety, which can be very anxiety provoking if you have to do this work of shadow work or amongst other people's energies, like kids and family, that kind of thing. The King of Cups and King of Wands, not putting it out there, but no longer avoidance or avoid dance either. About stealing energy vampires. The King of Cups and King of Wands are both upright here, while love, King of Cups, or love keeps them distracted. She has her guys stealing their stuff. So it's coming up like whoever it is, if the King of Wands and King of Cups could be brothers, partners, friends, father and son, but whatever it is, they're both upright here. But it's like while the karmic keeps them distracted, either by her using sex as a distraction or using the kids to distract them, it's like she has her guys stealing their stuff, like going in the house when they're not there, or giving hugs, right, to distract them so the kids can run in and get something. So the karmic could have all sorts of people like taking her stuff out of the house without him knowing, or kids keeping him occupied so mother can steal stuff out of the house. One woman may also be sleeping with 2 men, and they could be brothers, friends, or father and son. So that, it's kind of creepy, but whatever it is what it is. So it's not obviously for all karmics are not doing this, but there's definitely a situation where one woman is sleeping with 2 men, and not only just having an affair, but it could be with the brothers, the partners, and the father and son, or the 2 best friends, okay? And this could even be that, and I got this before multiple times over the past couple of years, there may be a karmic who actually had a sexual relationship with the brother before they were with the divine masculine. And so maybe it's very comfortable for them to have an affair with them now. So that's coming up. So karmic completion came up, and that's number 10. And then underneath that was time out, which was number 37, that King of Cups. So at 117, which is the Magician and the Star, which is all about dreams coming true and healing, separation without option or choosing this path, birds of a feather, deer in the headlights, reaping rewards of not moving, not working, or unable to, or on strike, or just stubborn, or choosing to be still. Feeling caught in the chains, Chinese torture test at night, so this came up again, man in the moon, trapped by the false light, negative past, childhood, or past life memories, difficult kids or past returns at night, forcing to face fears and traumas experienced. Crab and beady red eyes with lobster claws screwed on. So it's like the crab pretending to be the lobster, pretending to be something they're not, with dark dogs howling at the inner workings of ruby jewels and glass floor over the pool. Time seems to be all screwed up, unable to be foot loose, and the moon is not aligned. Why are the dogs howling if it's the new moon this hour? Taking it all apart to put it all back together, trapped in a fishbowl, magic trick gone wrong, kids are not helping, seem to be a part of the plan, unable to see through the murkiness under the seawater, salty but healing, feeling their way through to find their way to the glass ceiling, reaping rewards with the false light and separation, feeling trapped without options, stuck, stubborn, or refusing to move or work, reunion with the past, high school reunion or kids' parties, or misbehaving, too much freedom or liberties given to the kids here, or past returns as the twins come together, free to leap into true love, rejected and vulnerable, but the King of Wands keeps it warm and loving, the karmic completion. So recently was the dropping of the burdens, the confessions, in the aftermath of Jesus and Mary Magdalene in the 5D meditation, the King of Swords taking back what was rightfully his, the Queen of Pentacles twin performing for him, or the Dark X or Akashic Records bleeding out while the gate is wide open right now, implementing a plan to copy the Divine Feminine's announcements, but showing low vibration energy and poor judgments in stealing information to give to the King of Swords, like it was your first-hand information. The foundation for the masculine and feminine here is being overwhelmed, pushed to your emotional limits, or just purging, or dumped, or purging again, and the King of Pentacles detoxing to offer a new life to his true love. The central energy is the truth and spreading the word, now aligned with desires, overworking and weak, or Leo is out of control again, fighting or competing. The Knight of Pentacles loyal servant offering help away from depressed Queen of Wands reversed without options, and she may be bleeding out about a scam that she got caught doing. And that was at 144, which is the Magician and the 44 of the Four of Cups, mastering, grounding, and integrating. The challenge being for the masculine and feminine in union, the Eight of Wands, expressing feelings and exchanging energy. And she actually, the Queen of Wands, I made a mistake there. The Two of Wands was upright, so she does have options. You know, maybe she just doesn't want to have to, work or whatever. But the Eight of Wands expressing feelings and exchanging energy in a heated exchange in the ending of a family or end of emotional cycle at this new moon. The Queen of Wands reversed is up at night, stressed, with a headache or crying over the King of Wands upright. They may have been fighting. The Page of Cups reversed, rejected and vulnerable, finding peace and spreading the word about twins and their failure and the bad news, no attention or just under the radar. The Knight of Pentacles offers help to pull self out of depression. The Queen of Wands reversed, fighting, or the Queen of Wands reversed. All right, so there's either two Queen of Wands, so two fire signs, both reversed, fighting, or it's the Queen of Wands reversed and the King of Wands who's upright. If it's the two Queen of Wands reversed, one may be a Leo out of control and the other may be an Aquarius who's depressed. Recovering from no olive branch offered while grieving loss or regret, or big love through work or place of co-creation without karmic dark priestess spreading the word about addictions and codependencies out of control in need of rehab to find peace. Leaning on the truth of talking to the butt or talking out of your butt and not face to face, the Queen of Swords in mourning of the Emperor protecting himself against her in running away, or a leap of faith on his part to be alone because he was unsatisfied or possibly arrogant at the time. Now is the Knight of Pentacles proposing to twin, patient and transmutation of lovers and twin, and Magician manifesting using all of his tools to change the past. Sagittarius, Aries, Gemini, Virgo energies proposing, now fully aware and choosing the left, the Divine Feminine, as Emperor. Frustrated with third energy without affection, Sagittarius female drinker and or potion maker strategizing a plan at work under the radar, overwhelmed in divorce from a wealthy family, the Queen of Wands reversed, refusing to give or receive love. She's jealous or envious, feeling insecure, feeling incomplete, hanging in limbo with sealed Divine Feminine in another world, and she unable to touch her. The Hermit detoxing and leaning on the truth, the Page of Pentacles controlling their life with alcohol perhaps, both of them hurting each other willingly, while the Queen of Swords is mourning the nightmare she can't escape. Soon as the Four of Pentacles, the Divine Masculine's heart, the Batcave, in disconnect or breakup in order to tell the truth. A turn of fate as the King of Cups, a loving man wanting peace and vulnerable, feeling rejected, unhappy, unsatisfied in a reunion with the Emperor and freeing himself. Dropping the burdens, confessing and wanting peace in death. Dark Knight, very unhappy, holding on, skating on thin ice, barely holding his own. The union, the Divine Masculine and Feminine, sees themselves as the reflection with the light, exposing all. Kids and happiness, energized, and depression and loss of hope as triggers come in. The Magician manifests a DNA strand. A loyal servant offers help in surrender. Exposure of depression of the messenger of truth, the Magician, Knight of Pentacles, proposes to render her helpless. And that's at 2:14, so Valentine's Day. 2 of the High Priestess, 14 of the Angels, and being patient. New love comes up, heart-to-heart conversations. Express your love for the masculine and the feminine. So at 2:14, around the union or how it is seen, the Page of Pentacles, discovering abilities, healing and purging to recover. The masculine and feminine both need to clear blocks about the twin flames, upright, choosing a path. The Hermit sheds light away from home and marriage and celebrations that cause grief. Dropping the burdens to find peace and transformation through the 4D purgatory bridge, through unhappiness to find stability again, grounding, saving, and being moderate. Financial discipline is called out here, healing, domestic harmony, and leadership. The Dark Empress reversed of wealthy family, or just abundant family, maybe she's got a lot of support in her family. The Wounded Warrior surrenders to nightmare. The Sovereign in a painful ending, betrayal, and or lower back pain, getting back on their passionate horse to come together to celebrate and joy. The King of Swords standing up to the Emperor with back turned to her. Or the Emperor reunion with Fool didn't go well. So this is having to do with really the, it was the King of Cups and the Emperor. So I might have written King of Swords by accident there. It's probably King of Cups. The King of, I don't think it was the Swords. I think it was supposed to be King of Cups. So, but one king was standing up for the Emperor. The Emperor was definitely showing like he was turning his back on the Divine Feminine. Or the Emperor reunion with the Fool didn't go well. The Fool took off in a leap of faith. The King of Cups in a bold move to fend off others who are causing pain. The King of Cups lover, grounding and integrating an offer of love from the stars above. The King of Cups Libra or Cancer. Emperor Aries or Virgo. King of Pentacles Capricorn. And Queen of Wands reversed may be Sagittarius, Aries, or Leo, Taurus, Gemini, Virgo, or Pisces. And the twin hermits, the Virgo, Leo, Aquarius, Libra, and Gemini energies, the Page of Wands, Libra or Aquarius, the Page of Pentacles, Aries. The Knight of Wands could be a Capricorn, Aries, Scorpio, or Sagittarius, and dealing with uncomfortable emotions of detaching from that which no longer serves. The Queen of Cups hanging out in prison, whether it's in their mind or actual. Hostage of the enemy, the Queen of Cups versus the Queen of Swords. The Queen of Swords speaking her truth, and the Queen of Cups defensive. The Divine Masculine with hostage, grounding and integrating an offer of love under the radar with the Queen of Swords, in the past, impatient, fallen angel, but now expressing feelings and exchanging energy with the Divine Feminine, okay? So that was all of the reads. You have 3 there, and now we're going into the 12 signs, okay? Let's just turn this a little bit so you can see here. Don't mind my little mailing thing. They're all just my charitable solicitations. Okay. So I pulled all the cards already. So I'm going to show you, I'll show you the bottom of the decks for what came up here. So for the Kipper deck, the bottom ended up being Message of Concern, and then On the Journey, and Mature Woman. So that can definitely reference a mother, can be a karmic, can be the Divine Feminine. There's bad health underneath that. So someone's mother may have passed, because that came up in the coding as well. So maybe some despair if it is the Divine Masculine's mother. She may be ill, could be a father as well. Or someone may have passed. On the Journey, a Message of Concern. Okay, so that's the underlying energies. And then from the Thoth deck, which this is the back of the Thoth deck, is the Swiftness, which is that 8 of Wands. So it's definitely that arrows of love, that back and forth communication, expressing your feelings back and forth, as well as the energetic exchange back and forth. And then we have the Strife reversed. This is the 5 of Swords. The war is over. So it's reversed here. And then the Page of Wands reversed too. The frustration and the lack of inspiration of the war and PTSD, now people coming out and expressing their feelings, especially about that. All right, so with a lot of this, difficult situations people have been going through, it's now coming out as talking about it within the 12 signs that we have out here. So I'm going to clarify the underlying energy from the Rider-Waite deck. This is the 5th card down. The Death reverse, which for me it can be a near-death experience. It can reference Dark Night as well. Also can be clinging to death or clinging to life. Also trying to avoid a situation, right? Not allowing the full change to happen. So that's the 5th card down. And then we have the column of water, air, earth, and fire. And so water has the 7 of Cups. Air has the Ace of Swords, the truth. Earth has the 8 of Wands, but reversed up there. But that was earlier today. And then we have the 6 of Pentacles for the fire signs. So that's about settling out and, being fair and partnerships and payouts and settlements and things like that. So first we're going to do Aries, which we have here. So I'm just going to shuffle first. So take a deep breath, you guys. I'm going to shuffle. I'm going to clarify again with the Rider-Waite Mini, as I always do. Okay, so the Rider-Waite Mini. The other decks on the table that I didn't bring up today are the Gilded, the Golden Universal Tarot, Tarot Sexual Magic, the Rider-Waite Mini, the Syrian Starseed, the Numerology deck, the Romance Angels deck. They're all out there. And then this is the Rider-Waite Big and Mini deck. And then we have the Kipper deck. I always want to say Zipper. The Kipper deck and the Thoth deck. All right, I'm just having trouble shuffling these a little bit. Take a deep breath. All right. All right, so this is for Aries. We have the 4 of Wands. We have the pathway, so going off the road onto the path, and then the Emperor. So this is really super positive. This is the Emperor in control and on path. So that's beautiful for Aries. Let's see what else comes up for them. And we have the sharing up top, so that's great. What do we have for Aries? Why do we have these cards? Why do we have the Emperor and the pathway and the 4 of Wands? And that can be at home or union. It could be a celebration, a party that's going on. On path, though. We have the Queen of Swords speaking her truth. This is about getting real or dumping attachments that no longer serve you. And then this is about, for me, is about going forward to implement a plan, the new strategy. Once you've reaped rewards and you decide to go back to work or invest your money, however you want to do that, your time, energy, whatever it is, it's now implementing a plan to do that. So she's speaking about detaching and implementing a new plan, and that may be inspiring whichever is the Aries, this Emperor, which definitely can be Aries, to union, to go on path, because of whatever the feminine is talking about may be inspiring them. So that's really positive to an equal and balanced relationship and able to work together within the same energy. For me, this is doing the work around another person as opposed to by yourself. All right, so that you can heal together. So it's like the masculine for Aries may be ready to come forward to heal in union together. Okay? And may be willing to give up a little bit of money to do that. That's really beautiful, guys. And there's a lot of matching energies between Leo and Aries. So Leo has the Knight of Swords, the main male, and the 10 of Cups, which is satiety. So that's, you know, the ultimate emotional fulfillment. So this is someone, this could be the knight in shining armor, because he's ready to have his family dreams come true. That's really beautiful. So that's Leo. So whether the main man is Leo or the female is Leo, and this guy's coming in for you, either way, it's very balanced and beautiful up top there. Let's see what else comes up for Leo. Why does Leo have Knight of Swords, the main male, and the 10 of Cups? Okay. So this could be definitely be the person that person is rushing into. So she could definitely be the Leo. Or the main man could be Leo as well. She could be a different fire sign. So this could be, this is maybe feeling like a failure, but this is more, she's upright and it's all positive. So this is, for me, is more like under the radar or just not wanting attention. That she's good with herself, just as she is. But she may be looking back or going back or just going back to get something. Maybe something she forgot. Maybe in going back to get something she forgot, she runs into that Knight of Swords, rushing in to see her for her family. Or it could be just the main male here rushing in with some truth to his family, and there's no major issues going on here, but someone had to go back for something because they forgot to tell someone something. It could be as simple as that as well. There's definitely some world in disarray here. Even though they're very upright and positive energies, it's either the divine feminine in another world, or that somebody's world is upside down or just not completed yet. Okay, there's a lot of fire energy here. And there's some depression coming up as well, loss of hope. So they're not, whoever it is not showing this, okay, that their world is in disarray and there's loss of hope. So someone, she may be actually living in the past and needs to come out of it. You know, she's staying under the radar because she's not feeling good. Okay, so that's Leo. It could be really something good, or just still one person. This could be rushing in with, you know, the knight in shining armor, but also can be someone rushing in with some harsh truth to the family. But nothing really negative, but just truth that had to be told in order to balance out things up top for things to be equal. Or maybe to be truthful with each other. This is for Sagittarius. We have the Seven of Swords reversed, the Privileged Lady, and the Magician, or the Magus, number 1. So this is about being sneaky and telling half-truths, or it's about someone coming clean about very wrongdoings, okay? So it's either just someone who's sneaky and tells half-truths like our kids do all the time, or someone did something really illegal or immoral and is now coming clean. But I don't know. She thinks she's the magician, so I don't think she's coming clean right here. I think she's still being sneaky. She's got the magician up here, unless this is someone different than her, and she's coming clean to the magician. That could be as well. But there is definitely a balancing out here. So it could be between her and this magician energy. Coming clean about wrongdoing. Maybe she couldn't keep the secret from the magician. She tried to, but she couldn't because they're too good. So let's see what comes up for Sagittarius. These cards are falling all over the place for Sagittarius. There's definitely wrongdoings coming up in the reads today. So All right, this is for Sag. All right, so there's a final judgment about something, about some kind of explosion, sudden event, sudden trauma, sudden drama, sudden kicked out of the house, sudden something falling apart, epiphanies, orgasm, but either way, this is a call to action. It is an announcement or a judgment. So someone's divorce may have come through or a settlement from court issues, but this is definitely a celebration afterward. So either way, it looks like it could be initially be bad, but it ends up good for all those concerned. So even the coming clean could be sudden, like unexpected, not expecting her to ever come clean because she's too arrogant, but now coming clean. And so now we have the truth out, or someone finally heard the call, and now there's a coming together. But there's also two people left out. So someone might have gotten fired for wrongdoing or quit or just got left out of control. You know, these people feel like they're above them. All right, so either way, there's a mixed bag here for Sag. All right, so they could have left willingly or got fired, but these people definitely are like saying good riddance. And they could be right or they could be jerks. And these people are, you know, kind of walked all over, okay? So however that works out. But at the top is balance. So maybe it was fair that they got kicked out. All right, so then we have Taurus. We have the end of the family or emotional cycle with the 10 of Cups. Unexpected income comes in though, but there's no peace here, not yet anyway. This is like the 6 of Swords, but it's reversed. So you can see that card. I like that, it's very map-like. So there's definitely an ending of a cycle here, and there may be some delays and stuck communications, not expressing themselves and feelings because they're feeling insecure, stuck in their emotions without peace. May need to get back into the workforce and have unexpected income coming in, so that's good. So let's see. So this is coming out for Taurus. We've got the Wounded Warrior, getting rest, praying for help, or connecting in the 5D, and this is all under the radar or feeling like a failure, which they could because they're feeling a little insecure here. So this could be feeling like a failure or needy of attention. The Wounded Warrior saying, poor me, help me, and then praying, or now trying to learn how to meditate. So it could go one way or the other. But either way, there's delays here, someone not communicating their feelings or not communicating properly, delays in flights or communications or in travel, and then no energetic exchanges, well, either, like no physical exchange, not helping each other out, like keeping to themselves. So she's either needy or just keeping things under the radar, but feeling like this. Definitely the Wounded Warrior, feeling the victim. Okay, she's living in the past. So that's coming up for Taurus. She came up for Leo. So Taurus and Leo might have both in their chart or very closely related. So let's go to Virgo now. Virgo has the Hierophant, the Community, and the Lovers. That's really nice. Okay, so this could be the patriarchy. It could be tradition, but it doesn't have to be in a bad way. There are lots of traditions and old ways of doing things that are very positive. This also can represent just connection to your higher self. Also can be the brotherhood with the twins and the Ys there, and the brothers in a race, you know, to get to God or get the prize, who they perceive as God. This is the community, someone feeling welcomed by this community or accepted for a change. And then come the Lovers. So this has come up before in the energies where there was one way of life that had accepted them when nobody else would, but even though there were dark energies around them, and then the Lovers came in. So let's see what comes up for Virgo, right? Because there's still a block in communication here. All right. It's pretty beautiful, though. Could have to do with kids. There's a lot of kids here. Wow. All right. So there could be definitely a party for kids, whether it's at church, or it could be in the community center, or any kind of party out in the community. But there's definitely a lot of affection here, or kids falling in love, or the divine masculine and feminine feeling like kids again, celebrating. But there's definitely more than just 2 here. There's 4 here. Ah, look at that. And then the King of Wands reversed. So they could all be at home too, and he's not really happy dealing with all that energy there. But there's a lot of love here. All these kids are being really good. They're being lovey. These are like the 2 hostess kids, like it may be their party. Or they could be welcoming other people's kids, like if you're introducing your kids for the first time. But either way, the kids are being really positive, but it's just hard on the King of Wands, or he's not into kid stuff. So he's either drained or pissed. He's carrying a large burden doing all this himself. Like nobody helped him. All right? So people like ran away and let him do all the work, and then all of a sudden they show up when it's time to party. And this could be something ongoing. This could be like someone who's constantly, their karmic has parties at the house, or their kids do, and they always get roped into doing everything, and then everyone else just shows up to party, and they get stuck cleaning up everything. So that's definitely the King of Wands reversed. All right, that's for Virgo. And the King of Wands is saying these people are all fools. They come and get drunk at my house, and they don't do anything. So it doesn't have to be children. It could be adults, definitely, that act like children are coming up. But now the Lovers is coming up, and the masculine's not tolerating that anymore because he wants to be with the Divine Feminine. All right. So that's why there's no communication here. He needs to speak his truth, whether it's to those people around him, to the kids around them, or to the Divine Feminine as well. So that's coming up for Virgo energies. And that's, again, Hermit energies. So that can represent a lot of both the masculine and feminines. So we have the Five of Cups reversed for Capricorn. So this is getting over loss, grief, regret, guilt and shame, feeling sorry for yourself, not allowing change. All of those things can be there, but getting over it. Here's the House and then the Sun. So someone's just over it. Whether there were issues with the house, it seems like all is better now, or they don't care anymore, it'll be fine. And this could be kids as well, because this could be connected to the Virgo kids party. Like they were worried about how the house would look, but nobody really cares, so it's all fine and good. Everyone's happy. But again, there's feelings that need to be expressed. Why does Capricorn? Why Capricorn have the Sun and the House? All right, this comes up again. Who did this come up for? Was that Aries? Anyway, the Queen of Swords. Again, speaking her truth about letting go of attachments, or maybe having a yard sale or an estate sale. This absolutely looks like a yard sale or estate sale. Or it can just be implementing a plan on how to go spend the money from the sale that you did have already. Or just, deciding to get rid of the house and how we're going to go forward with the money that we get. But it looks happy now. Now that everything's been exposed, it's like the people who weren't happy with whatever was going on are just getting over it, but they're not expressing their feelings. So that's not good either. But this is like having, uncomfortable feelings. Like someone's going forward with spending the money or how we're going to use this money, and somebody's not happy about it. They're just dealing with the feelings, but they're not expressing. They need to express. And that could be the Emperor who's not mad. So she's getting her way, she's dictating, and he's not pleased about it. But he's kind of just looking over, he's looking sideways. He's just like looking, yuck, whatever. He's not pleased. But it's okay. Everything's exposed. We have the Sun. The kids could be happy. And the house could be happy. But the Emperor may be the one who is getting stuck cleaning up everything. So there could be definitely someone with Virgo and Capricorn in their chart. And that's where the masculine is mad. Because people always assume he's going to do everything. All right, so this is Gemini, which has the Ace of Swords up top. The Knight of Wands reversed. All right, that can be a lot of different things. It can be holding back passions, falling short of energy because you're really tired, or it could be that one-night stand, rushing in and using people. But we have the family room that's empty, and then the Devil, which is reversed. So someone's definitely detoxing by kicking everybody out, for sure. Or somebody wants a one-night stand, and they're clearing out their place so that they can do that. But they're in detox. Or it could be the culmination of the Devil. So that could be totally out of control. But then all of a sudden, everybody's out. Definitely getting that energy. Clear out. And we've got the 21 is the World. So that's the end of something for Gemini. But we got the Truth. The Truth is out. Or they triumph. There's victory. All right. So why does Gemini? All right. There's your Devil reversed again. Somebody's moving, or ending a marriage, or ending a party, or it's after the party and they're stuck cleaning up, or not cleaning up, but this is a fight, or a competition, or on a quest to detox, to clean up after the party. That's what that looks like. saying, trying to recruit everybody to help. Everybody help clean up this time. But she doesn't want to. She's drunk and she doesn't want to function. She's broken. She's on the warpath. So someone's pissed about cleaning up the party, or this is literally needing to go to detox, realizing after this party that you can't do this anymore. Someone's got a real problem. This person especially could have a real problem. She's broken. There's a lot of brokenness here. Someone who's depressed, crying, alcoholic, drugs, sex, whatever it is, it's all here. Or somebody might have actually had to go to the hospital after this party. Someone fell, or they're just dropping the facade. They can't do this anymore. They're dropping the facade, or they're breaking their patterns. They just can't do it anymore. Starting over, not settling this time. Okay, so this is for Gemini. They're not letting everybody walk all over them anymore. All right, then we have Libra. We've got the Temperance card reversed, which is impatience or the fallen angel. But we have a gift and the Hermit. So someone may just be impatient to give this gift to the Hermit. And we have the Truth. And to tell the truth, the gift may be the truth. But this could just be impatience, or maybe this person was the fallen angel before. And now they're changing their ways. All right, so this is for Libra. Why does Libra have the Hermit and the fallen angel, the Truth, and the Hermit? Why? Libra. All right, so definitely someone may have fallen from grace, or literally fell on their face, or lacking faith, but they're actually an angel in their dark night. This could be complete transformation and becoming patient now. They fell, and now they're redeeming their ways. They're going forward through the 4D muck. This is definitely dark night and full transformation, or there definitely could have been a death of someone. Someone might have fallen to their death. And now this person is coming forward to the Queen of Pentacles, whether it's in the etheric realms or somebody in the masculine's family passed, and now they come forward in their dark night to the Divine Feminine. Okay? And she may be not working. She may be, she's good. She may not need to work. This also could be someone who was on strike. They need to get back to work after a fall. This also could just be stubbornness and not wanting to work, or just doesn't have to. Could be someone who's lazy as well, but that's not the way she's looking. She's looking like she's just being still. And it could be, she could be somewhat disabled, so she may have a tough time working. But I'm getting that, I'm not getting this is Libra so much. It can be have Libra in their chart though, but I'm getting it's more on this end. After having fallen, after the angel has fallen, now going through dark night and coming out to the 5D, to the Divine Feminine. Maybe she's without assistance and they're coming to assist. She needs to stand up for herself though, make sure she's in her truth. There may be some PTSD there in receiving this help or this proposal. All right, so then we have Aquarius, the Tower reversed. Don't forget there's triumph and truth at the top. The Tower reversed, imprisonment and death reversed. We have two cards reversed. So it's either after a sudden death experience, maybe there was a murder and someone went to jail for it, because this is sudden death. But it's not happening now, it happened already. Or someone's avoiding sudden death or imprisonment, or in the aftermath of sudden events, epiphanies, whatever, feeling imprisoned, right? Near death. This could definitely be dark night, near death experience as well. Feeling near death or avoiding a situation at all cost, avoiding a situation. So someone even willing to go to prison to avoid facing the situation. But there is truth and triumph here. So someone may go to jail who is supposed to go to jail. Someone might have killed somebody. All right. So let's see for Aquarius. There is an offer of love here, but it's from a manipulative person. All right. So it's like behind her back, this person who just could be insecure offering love, but they're offering love that way. But this is known to be the manipulator. Like, you don't want the Magician reversed. That's really dark energy. But it's amidst all this light energy. It's like someone's just insecure amidst the Queen of Swords speaking her truth And then on the other side, them offering love. So this can even represent the insecurities of her not showing her insecurities, but yet being insecure by offering love when they shouldn't give love to someone who doesn't deserve it. So that's coming up for Aquarius. There is sudden triumph, but it didn't happen just now. It already happened, or it's not so sudden, like people expected it, or a death that was expected, but it wasn't expected right now. That could be as well. And it could have been an illness that was imprisoning the person, so it may be a release or a triumph because of that. Then I'm getting someone also just dumping their attachments that no longer serve, like getting all the dark energies out of their life, like getting this out of there, right? And all these other things that they don't need to clear out their energy. But there's definitely some avoidance going on here. Someone feeling trapped in their insecurities, or other people trying to manipulate them still. But there is triumph here. The truth will set you free. And then we have this. The truth will set you free at the top. And yet, look how stuck this person is, because they didn't tell the truth. So they're afraid of the truth. When the truth will set you free. That's Aquarius. Aquarius likes to be very detached, so maybe they don't care if they tell the truth, because they don't care if anyone's around anyway. All right, so this is for water signs. We have the Seven of Cups up right there. The Knight of Cups is reversed. So that's jealousies, insecurities, insincerity, rejection, refusal to give or receive love. But then here's great fortune and cruelty. Okay, so the Nine of Swords is cruelty. That's that suffering. And not giving yourself love, or allowing yourself to receive love and not giving love to others, is actually being cruel to yourself, because there's great fortune in that. This could be taking money over love, but it could be a really greedy, cruel person. This is Cancer. Or it's them doing it to themselves, like choosing great fortune over love and dealing with the suffering. So let's see why Cancer has this. But they have all these options of love, but there's only one they're interested in. It's like they refuse to give love to anyone until that love comes to them. And that can definitely be divine feminine stuff. All right, so here it is. We have moving homes, or moving in and out of union, or leaving a marriage, or a party that was canceled or is over. But again, here's that aftermath of the party. A quest to clean up, could be fighting ensued after the end of this, whatever it is. And then someone in need of detox. Again, this is that Queen of Cups reversed. So that could be Cancer energy for sure. So it could just be emotional detox, like tired of all of this, but it's moving, end of marriage, or parties or celebrations. Maybe they have a lot of parties and there's always a fight that breaks out, or some kind of argument, or somebody is on a quest, or then they're playing games in the yard and no one ever goes home, and someone just can't handle it anymore. They need to detox because they have addiction issues, or it has to do with, no, we're not doing this at our house anymore. But this could be an end of a marriage, and it could be end of a home because they're moving and this person can't handle it. There's too much. This could be the move where the workers are packing up, or this person's manipulating their way out of doing any of the work because they're saying they can't, they're too hurt. Or someone gets hurt in the move and goes to the hospital. Someone gets broken, trips up and falls, and then has to drop the facade or start breaking patterns of what they're doing because they got hurt because they were partying the night before. So all that kind of energy for Cancer is coming up, that you're doing it to yourself. You're not loving yourself first. All right, that you have all these options. Why do you hurt yourself? There's all this love around you. Then we have Scorpio, the Sovereign, Adjudication, and Ace of Cups. Wow, that's definitely a marriage. This is two people who want to get married. This is new love, or this person wants their sovereignty. It's either someone wants divorce because they're loving themselves first, or it's a child who wants to divorce their parents, or it's someone getting married. That's for Scorpio. Or it could be a new, A new job, too, that you're just in love with. But there's a lot of paperwork involved, you know, official paperwork. All right, so why does Scorpio have that? So here's all the kids coming up, the kids' party. But here there's a Leo starting it off. So tempering the beast with all the kids. And this could be getting a new job at a university or a school as well, a teacher or something else. But just where you're around a lot of kids. So all the kids from the party came back. So either Scorpio is at that party where there are all the kids with the Virgo, or they're getting a new job where there's a lot of kids around. So it's either teacher, a university, sports, all that kind of stuff. All right, so there's two people on either side. King of Wands reversed is not happy, but this energy is very happy. This person loves to be around children. This person doesn't like it at all. Or this person is this person that they're Leo, and they started out liking it, but now they don't. So something, they're either divorcing this situation, so changing jobs, or they could be feeling young again and wanting to party because they found a new love, or they're just too tired to do this anymore with kids. And a kid may be, you know, suing for their sovereignty. But again, this is a lot of kid stuff. So either, it's really positive though. So sovereign energy with new love. So loving yourself first, whatever it is, there's some kind of official change. With kids, gaining their independence. These could be graduation too. Like that they don't have to be in school anymore. So they're really excited. But this one not so happy about it. Because it's all work to them. So the parties are all work to him. Them being out of school is all work to him. This person's not doing anything. They're enjoying the kids. And this person gets stuck doing all the work. So it may actually be a divorce here, where they're pending divorce and now finally happy that it's coming through, or that their kids are getting out. It can be all of those different situations. Then we have Pisces with the Queen of Wands. And there's too many choices at the top. So that could be a problem for Scorpios, that there's too many good things. Queen of Wands, you know, when it rains, it pours. They all come at once. So there could be lots of different opportunities. And it's confusing. So the Queen of Wands for Pisces, concern, and then the Hangman. So hanging out, concern, and the Queen of Wands. And then all these options. We have the Seven of Cups at the top. So someone might get overwhelmed by all their options. And this is like someone like, I don't know. So this person might be concerned about this person making a good choice with all their options and hanging out and doing nothing instead because they get overwhelmed about making choices. So let's see what's coming up for Pisces. All right, so Pisces is reversed now because this was upright for Scorpio. But Scorpio can have both in their chart, Pisces and Scorpio. There's definitely this could be definitely a Pisces man who's lost money, power, and independence, or this is their child who's dependent on them, who thinks they can do whatever they want. That's what I'm seeing. Like the father's concerned about what this kid's going to spend their money on. She's the Queen of Wands, and she thinks she can do anything. She's got those Seven of Cups up top. And here comes the Virgo giving advice to the King of Cups about this, shedding light on the situation, about cutting them off. Cut them off. All right. And then the Wounded Warrior. Cut them off. So whoever this is, this could actually be a feminine coming in to help the masculine with their kids who are out of control. So there's definitely advice. This could be a grandparent or a parent coming in to help with these kids spending too much money. Or this person could be losing their singlehood. They could be getting married or wanting to get married. So that could be that Scorpio energy. And he's not on board with that. He seems very loving about it, but maybe he's lets them get away with too much as far as the money stuff. And all their options of a wedding, like she might have all these choices and the father's like, no way. Or maybe he's just always conceding and saying yes to everything, but he shouldn't be spending that kind of money. Yeah, then we have the Wounded Warrior, and then after that comes the Rest and Pray and the 5D, and then Under the Radar or Feeling Like a Failure, and then we have the Queen of Wands who comes up here, because that was here for Scorpio as well. So definitely could be arguments between parents because they're not together anymore about what their children do or how much money they spend on things, or a kid getting married as well, or the King of Cups getting remarried, or the Queen of Wands getting remarried, whatever it is. So end Pisces with the High Priestess at the bottom of the deck. How appropriate. So again, people not expressing their feelings. There's issues at work, third party through work, needing to express feelings after the end of an emotional cycle, okay? And it ended on a happy note, okay? But there is endings here for sure. Definitely a marriage could have ended or a new marriage ensued. But this is definitely an end of a cycle where all are on board, but there's still issues with working out the work issues or someone leaving or people getting fired or leaving, all that kind of stuff. So there's a lot of miscommunications that need to get out there, and you need to stay connected with your intuition to make sure it gets communicated appropriately. Okay? A lot of stuff to be worked out. So then we have these last cards here. So for fire, we end up on the Wheel of Fortune, which is beautiful. Okay, so they end up all balancing things out, paying what needs to be paid out, and giving more energy where it's due. Earth sign has the Lovers at the bottom, which is also beautiful for the earth signs. Maybe not expressing all their feelings, but it's positive here and coming together. There's a lot of affection here, and there's passion there that needs to be expressed. The Eight of Wands reversed up top. So the Lovers coming together may actually turn that around because there needs to be an exchange of energy. The air signs end up being inspired with the Page of Wands. And then the water signs come to peace. They come to terms with things and find a peaceful place to rest. So that's really beautiful for all four signs. And then we had, I like this because there's some reverse cards, but it's okay. We have the World reversed, which has to do with this. The cycle may not quite be complete yet, wrapping things up, or it's just the Seal Divine Feminine in another world, or feeling like your world is upside down, maybe just floating in a pool and waiting for things to end. And then we have all the information's in, the decision is made, reaping rewards, maybe not feeling like you have enough to do what you want to do because of negative self-talk about the past, about your childhood, about past lives, or about your past with your twin, or kids who are being difficult and how much money you want to spend on them, and coming together to see eye to eye so that everybody's happy, to have that deep connection, breaking patterns and being real with each other, dropping the facade, allow yourself to trip up. And then we get this Two of Cups as the King of Swords and their third party, Queen of Swords, Divine Feminine. All right, so that was really beautiful the way that came together. I'm going to leave it at that. I gave you enough, I think. It was just 1:47:37. And guys, drink your water. Rise and be loved. Bye.